Greetings and welcome to another alternate Thursday presentation. Welcome to Startopia. Right, so after playing all those fantasy games and pretty much games that are set in the ye olde days, I felt the need to do something sci-fi. Now I do have plenty of games that handle the topic of sci-fi, but this one is a good demonstration of it, because I'm not entirely sure if I would ever do a Let's Play series of this, because the missions are, yeah... Well, for one, there's not that many of them. There's only 10. And... well, I don't find most of them very interesting. There's a few minor ones, but anyway, for the purposes of this alternate Thursday presentation, we're just gonna play a sandbox, and I'll just let everything. I'll leave everything as it is right now. And here we are. All right, so we're on a sort of derelict space station. I'll just unleash my scuzzers here, that's my worker droids. And we need to make money, basically. We need to set up a profitable business. Now, money and energy are the same in this game. So if you run out of money, you can't really get anything else done because you don't have any power. Now, right now I'm just using the hard plans that have been provided at the start, which are basically free buildings, in order to set up the basic economy. Now, for the sake of presentation, I'll just open up. Wait, I have to wait until the energy collector is done, otherwise I won't have access to my energy. Right, let's open up both sideways here to get a little bit of space. Now there are 16 segments of the space station, and the way the sandbox is set up right now, your goal is to eliminate any other players on the station. Now I have no idea where they are, probably on the other side, but that's not important. Not right now. Alright, so we'll just set up the basic facilities before we accept any incoming people. Let's set up the bathroom, food dispenser.
The Galactic Trade Federation reports that black market goods are in great demand.
Yeah, indeed they are. Let's see. Let's do the comm sensor first. Over here. And the berth. Done. Alright, I'll just put it in the buffer. At least it will not be in the way. Now the berth is basically a cheap motel. Sleeping facility for any aliens that might come aboard. Relatively inexpensive, but useful. And in order to let them sleep, we need to put down sleeping pods. And we need loads of those. No, facing the other way. Now this game has a great deal of humor. Based on the various space series and such that have been there in here, like Hitchhiker's Guide of the Galaxy, Red Dwarf. I don't know all of them, by the way. I have never read the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which I'm sure for some of you will mean blasphemer. No true sci-fi fan would ever not read that. Anyway, just a basic explanation. We are now currently on the lowest deck, which is the industrial deck. This is where most of the construction, not construction, production, and all the dirty business takes place. Like your garbage gets collected here. This is also where your aliens come aboard. So you definitely do not want them to stay here. Alright, we're now gonna get some messages. Aboard. Got tired, that's fine.
Yes,
And
it's
here.
me again, your old pal Arona. Now, seeing as we got a special relationship, I would let you have first refusal on some tasty goods, what do you say?
Now, Rona is a trader, and he basically provides us stuff we might need, but he is an extortionist, because he sells stuff that is way too expensive. I don't need that. I will want a factory and a cargo hold. Cycler would also be nice. Sark is just too expensive. Sick bay, laboratory. One security scuzzer, power booster, and that's all I can really afford right now. Because that's pretty much all my stuff. Alright, let's build stuff. Let's build factory. And a recycler. Now these buildings will not operate without staff. And you need specific staff in order to operate these. Let's give them a power boost to make sure that they will not lose power. Because that might happen if I build too much too fast. And I do have a tendency to do that. I'm not an expert at this game. I'm very strictly a novice. Alright, so we need the comm sensor operational, and in order to do that we need a Targ. Well, actually we need 3 Targs. He's a bit too expensive. Let's see if we can find some cheaper ones. We'll also want one that doesn't have a criminal record. Now, the CV might lie, so we're not entirely sure, but he's very loyal. Well, fine, you can come. Way too expensive, but I need 3 Targs, and well, I don't know where they all are. Probably on the biodeck. Well, then again, there's not many biomes here. No, there's the biodeck, there's the entertainment deck, which will come into use later. Right now, I just really need the comm center online. Come on, there's no cheaper ones. Turrican. Yeah, I don't need Turricans. Sirens. The Gasvagorians. Well, those will be useful later when I have some security issues, but right now I just really need Targs and probably Salt-hogs. Darn, also expensive. Come on, give me some cheapies. I don't need skilled crew right now. Just some regular crew. I'll just wait until the next load. In the meantime, I will put down the sick bay. Because that's the next problem. Sick aliens! Right. Put down a few diagnosis units, which also cure people.
A trade ship was detected near your station.
That's not perfectly placed. Yeah, Arona, you're gonna have to wait for a moment. Here. No. This placement thingy is misbehaving. Ooh, solar flare, I want that.
Your room has no doors. There is a solar flare in...
Hi, it's me again.
Alright, fine. Do you have anything I need?
Top quality merchandise. You know me. I always give you the best at the lowest prices.
Not really. Alright, let's get the security scuzzer. That doesn't really do much, but it will keep an eye on the criminals on the station. Alright, hard plans, come on. I don't need you, I want... Of course it was put in here. Come on, I want the sick bay.
The solar flare has ended.
It doesn't really need to be that big, but you will need some basic facilities. Right. Diagnosis units. Come on. Come on, do the Tetris. And then we just need a load of couches to wait for their treatment. Right, build that. Right, and in order to operate that, we need greys, because those are the only ones that have medical knowledge. Another Salt-hog. He's fine, he's nice and cheap. Still too expensive. Any more targs? Model citizen, good. Right. You can work for me. What about you? Now, for doctors, I do want some skill.
Reports that current markets are stable.
And since we have 4 diagnosis units, I preferably want 4 doctors. He's also nice and cheap. He's a bit more expensive, but I can afford him. Right, that list gives us 3 Salt-hogs, which is enough to get the recycler going. I may also want another one to get the factory going. However, I currently do not have anything to trade. Let's see. You can also become a doctor. What are you? Too expensive for what you can do. No, he doesn't want. You are too expensive, but I'll take you.
Yeah, it's a runner again, here to bring some stellar radiation into your life. Relax, pal, and I'm talking about sunshine. Now, when you see my stuff and my prices, I dare you to walk away. Go on, take a look.
I have
The
looked
stuff
and I've walked
speaks for
away.
itself, unless I take the batteries out, huh?
Alright, let's also get a laboratory so I can research stuff. We need 1 analyzer. And a couple of workbenches. And that's pretty much the limit of our power supply. Now, basically, how you make money is by getting your the aliens that come aboard to spend money, like on the Dynamite, the Lavatron, and of course medical services also need to be paid for, as well as sleeping in the berth, even though that's very low quality housing. Doesn't sound quite so exciting just yet, but it gets way more hectic later on. Now we can do some terraforming here to make it slightly more suitable. Let's make one section very hot and very
You
dry.
are low on power. You should think about placing more power boosters.
Oh wait, that's wet. I want dry. Alright.
A room has suffered a power failure.
Yeah, that's to be expected. And right now I just really need my aliens to start spending some money. And I'll probably need another Targ. Here, Targy. Where's the Targs? It's probably still all up in the biodeck, if they are here at all. No Targs. Right, so the various aliens that walk around. We've already seen the Salt-hogs and the Targs. The Turrican are basically the scientists because they have 2 heads and they can think better than 1. The Gasfagorians, which are basically just big brutes. They will be mostly useful in security. And of course we have the Sirens, which are very crucial for your entertainment industry. But we don't have the money for that just yet. And of course there's a few more aliens, but I don't see any, so I can't point them out. Still no power for this. But as long as the port doesn't lose power, that's fine. Meantime, my scousers will keep the place clean and keep everything repaired. Ah, here's a Targ. Please be cheap. You're not cheap. Go away. Who's in here? It's a Karamaram. basically a
trade ship was
hippie alien.
detected near your station.
Alright,
Yeah.
Arona, please give me something
Say hi to
useful.
your old pal, Arona. I had to
Can't
stop by
afford
as I
that.
found some stuff which I knew you'd been keen on, and at these prices, I'm a fool to myself. But after all the loyalty you've shown me, I knew you'd want first refusal.
Now, here's another alien, a Sedum monk. And I believe that's all the aliens that I can think of, aside from the gem slugs, but those will probably not arrive here until I have some more entertainment set up. You can also see this is also a siren, and this is an enemy agent, by the looks of it. Let's kill it. Now the weapons of my crew will probably not be very powerful because I have barely any power. Which is what their power is based on. Ah, he's already dead.
A room has suffered a power failure.
Right then, normally you guys pick up his corpse and dump it into the recycling bin. And that will be a nice bit of power once my Salt-hogs start going in. Now my Scuzzers will keep the place clean, but I can also give them a hand by picking up the trash. Just really need more power. Right. You're cheap. Oh, fortunately he doesn't have a criminal record. I almost forgot to look at that. But the power is crawling back up, so we're not too bad yet. Ah, this power is being restored. Alright, how many aliens do I have? Oh, another enemy agent. So far, none of my people are worried. Right, so how many greys do I have? I have 3. So I could use one more. Yeah, sure. I need the power. I need the money. And that guy is dead. So that's double.
A room has suffered a power failure.
You are a grey. You are too expensive. I prefer skill over loyalty. For the doctors. Model citizen. Right, he doesn't want to come. I need more entertainment facilities. I do have the love nest, but that means hiring sirens. That's a bit too expensive right now. I might consider it. Anyway, so this is how you set up the basic infrastructure on Startopia. It's a bit disjointed, but that's because mostly in the early game you don't really get to do all that much.
A room has suffered a power failure.
Alright, so let me just show you a station that is a little bit further along. See? We've got a nice lockdown break with someone being retrained. We've got traders coming in, offering me goods, a full security center with possibly criminals. Yep, impersonated the god of a primitive race. I need a security scuzzer. Ah, here's one. Here, go deal with that. Set up a trade ship.
There is a solar flare in progress.
Okay, come, I don't care about the traders. This is the entertainment deck when it's a bit more filled out with plenty of gambling, and the Auraflex is a very nice creature
A
to
meteor
have.
storm has struck Biodeck, segment 2.
Ouch. Equatorial hells, that hurts sometimes if you don't get a warning about evacuation. Here is a siren
A
in
merchant
action.
ship has docked.
You have hotels, shops, bars, various kinds, and just the basic artwork and security pillars to complement that, as well as a view window. And a slightly more expanded biodeck. Now, I still haven't found the enemy in this playthrough, but this is how it could look if you spend a bit of time. But Of course, some meteors just struck here and killed people. It's all very nice. Very nice. Like, here we have some
The
gem
solar flare
slugs.
has ended.
These are basically aristocrats, but they're also the wealthiest. And here we have some, well, redeemed, I believe. This is basically aliens that have been converted by the Zedam monks. And you get a nice energy bonus if that happens. And basically you can cut down these trees for resources, which is what I wanted to show you. But in order to get anything, you will need
The
Karamarama.
merchant ship has departed.
Karama, the hippie guys, to work for you. Well, and this is basically my first and alternate Thursday look at Startopia. If you want to see more, tell me and I might consider it, but for now I'll probably just stick to just playing it when I want to have some fun in space. Speaking of which, just to prove that we're in space. Look at that. Some nice planets in the background, a nice nebula. I believe there's 3 planets, although I can't see one right now. Ah, there it is. Anyway, I've been Leo. See you next time.